Yellow has taken the Albert Bartlett.
Novice is running and they hit the line. Novice in the centre.
Vanillier is not stopping in front. If anything, he's going further away and he's running riot in the Albert Bartlett. The nice guy, Sean O'Keefe, in the colours of Malcolm Denmark, clearing away, and the nice guy wins the Albert Bartlett.
Potato race time. It's a firm favourite with a lot of us now. A lot of people used to poo-poo this race, but I think there is winners to be had in it. We've had a pretty good record over the years with it. I don't want to say everyone has, because I don't want to be like bullish to everybody else, but we've all had horses we fancy in the last few years in this race. It's a nice one to get stuck into, and I feel like it's a bit of a punter's race. This year, there's one horse that I have up on the GG column, which I'm still happy to stick with. Probably going to run in the Law as an Ace. Probably going to get beat. But that's Dawn Rising for Joseph O'Brien, JP McManus. I think this horse looks pretty nice. 25 to 1 top price. That's with Sky Bet, not non-runner, no bet. He's 10 to 1 William Hill, non-runner money back. So again, not that one obviously wasn't priced when I put the bet up on the 20th of December. But that gives you the sort of idea that if this horse was confirmed to come to this trip, he's not a 25 to 1 poke. So that's as much as I'm happy to sound this race with you. There's potentially question marks about a few that might come in here, but that's what I don't like. I don't like these horses that are probably Ballymore horses, but fuck it, let's run them over 3 miles because it's a weaker race and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like a few at the top of the market are those types of horses. Like, I don't think they're that great. So I'm pretty happy with Dawn Rising. If you haven't already got him on your dockets, then stick him in. Jamie, you like this race the same as I do. And I think this year you're probably more excited about it than I am. So tell us what to back.
Well, not Dawn Rising, anyhow. He's absolutely no chance. I'm sorry, Dev. I'm sorry. He's absolutely no. I couldn't have him. I couldn't have him with anybody's money. Trying to oh no.
Oh no.
God no. He couldn't even win around Galway in a maiden hurdle.
Right. What do you like?
I've this down at the moment, Dave. I have it down to 2, and it's one is Sandra Clegane for Paul Nolan. I really think he's the right chance. Going back, he's back from a Fast Style Veg and all the good bumper horses last year. Ran an adequate trip in Galway, got beaten by another horse of who I fancy in the race. And the other horse is 3 Card Bragg. I'm just worried that 3 Card Bragg is getting handicapped because he's had another run now, and he'll be 4 runs, and then he runs in the Martin Pipe. But Heskin came out last day and said he'll improve for the 3 miles on better ground. To me, it's Sandra Clegane each way and 3 Card Bragg at this present moment in time. There's another horse, Willie Mullins, could come in here, and it's the one I mentioned in the previous in the Ballymore, the Imperial Passe. But I think he might run in the Ballymore. But to me, at the moment, I have it down to Sandra Clegane and 3 Card Bragg.
Lovely. So, Darryl, we'll move on to you. And fortunately, with this, you'll be the end of it, so we can keep it nice and concise. But Jamie did touch on a little bit earlier about Grange West that could step up as an Albert Bartlett horse. And obviously, he hasn't staked his claim on that because we do sort of have hope that he goes for a Ballymore. What do you make of the Albert Bartlett? And do you, in your mind, think there's any chance that Grange Clare West comes in?
Yeah, but I only think that there's a chance he comes here. It's just my bloody luck to put him up for the Ballymore and he comes here. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you put a horse up for a race, especially like a middle distance trip, you're always thinking I think. But
on that, just I know I'm cutting you off there, but like the only reason why I'm reiterating that is he's like 5 to 1 favourite for the race that I don't think he's even going to fucking run it.
Yeah, I did the work actually on all of like Willie's Lawlers and Nace runners, right, and winners, and even horses that ran in the race that disappointed and where they went afterwards. And you find that the horses only went to the Albert Bartlett if there was an unbeaten horse that they had that was a firm favourite for the Ballymore. So, for example, there was a year when Faheen was the Ballymore favourite, load of ones by his name, and the winner, I can't remember who it was now, it's written down somewhere, went to the Bartlett. There was another year with one of his other top class horses that won the that were on course, unbeaten on course to the Ballymore. That horse then went to the Bartlett, whereas he's got an unbeaten horse who looks destined for the Supreme. So I'm hoping he goes to the Ballymore, but look, he could of course he could come here. You know, you don't know, he could come here, can he? I actually like one of his other runners, which is Champ Kylie. I'm still on this bandwagon. I don't think there was something not quite right with him the last day. I didn't think at Fairyhouse. I thought running over 2 miles was the wrong trip, so I was happy he actually got beaten. I'm very surprised the market's pushed him out to 33-1. Always thought he was a Bartlett horse. He won at Galway over 2 miles 5, beating your lad Dawn Rising by 21 lengths, a bit further, in fact. Very impressive. I think he wants a bit of spring ground. I think he wants to step up and trip. He's got 2 mile speed, as he showed at Tipperary when beating Brazil. I think there's loads to like about him. But you know what the plans are now on the back of that defeat, I don't know. But it wasn't, you know, he was well beaten, but he was only beaten 4 lengths by Marine Nationale, who's second favourite for the Supreme. You know, I hope they don't stick him in the Ballymore. I hope they just chuck him up in trip now and stop messing around. And I hope he's doing this.
But doesn't Willie Mullins, though, Darrell? Actually, you're right. Like Willie Mullins seems to put these Bartlett horses at the start of the season over 2 miles. Do you know what I mean? And I know he was 2.5 that day at Galway, then 2, and then back up to 3, like he did with Penn Hill, and became a stairs hurdler. You know what I mean? So he definitely has a chance. Like, and I think he'll definitely run here. Yeah, you're definitely right there.
33-1 shot. Yeah. I think he's a very big price.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beauty, and that's the thing. I talk about it every single year. I'll say I like a horse with 2 mile speed to win an Albert Bartlett, because I think you've got to be a bit classy these days to do it. He is 14-1 non-runner money back with William Hill. So as much as that is significantly shorter than the 33s you could get about him, the air about him not potentially running, if it was confirmed that he comes here, he doesn't go off as a 14-1 point full stop. So as much as like everyone has the little lines and limits of where they might be, like I'd give Champ Kylie a little bit of a chance. But look, let's remember, we actually did quite like the Nice Guy last year, didn't we? And we liked him when he was about a 10-1 poke. He went off at 14. So just because Willie sends a horse here doesn't mean that he's necessarily going to shorten up. So Champ Kylie's definitely one to keep on the radar. If he does come here, then I'd be with you boys. I'd be getting a couple of quid.
He's far better than we saw the last day. Far better.
Oh, way better. Way better.
I think with that, the last day as well, because he was just like quite keen when so I wonder whether because of the keenness, they've run him over 2 miles to see if that would help him settle, whether the fact that he didn't settle with being keen just thinks, oh, bollocks, you might as well just send him to the Spud. And the thing is, it's a fairly quick race. The year Kilbrick and Storm won it. He blunted Santini's finishing speed, didn't he? Like going off a cliff. But sometimes they go quick. Right, Albert Bartlett done. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. There'll be a link to the Gold Cup, which will be our last race we'll be covering.